Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're doing a video about AMC. Where do I think AMC is going to be headed this week? What do I think of their upcoming earnings? Should you buy the dip on AMC stock? And is AMC stock going to squeeze? Obviously, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So today, taking a look at AMC, down about 3.19%, and then in the after hours, it was down about 0.5%. Looking at the 1 week chart, it's down 17.44% of its value, and looking at the 1 month chart, only down about 4.36% of its overall value. So kind of a sideways trade. It hasn't really been moving much. The market really has not been doing that well. I know some indexes have been hitting all-time highs, like the SPY and the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, but a lot of my portfolio really has not been doing well, which is what I'm attributing to why AMC has not really been doing well. I don't think it's anything in specific, but it is a big week for AMC. Like I said, we do have their earnings coming up on the 6th of May, which I believe is Thursday, right? So it's definitely going to be a super volatile week for AMC stock. I could see a potential run-up of this stock right before earnings, right? So their expected EPS, or what Wall Street has their expectations, is negative $1.26 per share, right? So obviously, like I said, a lot of their business has not come back just yet, although they have made a great recovery, because on their last earnings, I think their Wall Street expectations was around negative $4 a share. So you can definitely see the potential increase that Wall Street is setting as far as its expectations, that yes, right now it's still going to operate at a loss, but with time, I do think that AMC stock is going to hit profitability once again. I read a recent article that, because of the Marvel movie, there's a lot of people flocking back to the movie theaters, right? They have Fast and Furious coming out as well, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm excited to go see it in the movie theater. And when it comes to that stuff, I do think that it's definitely going to drive revenue. A lot of Wall Street analysts have even said themselves that when it comes to AMC in itself and a lot of these companies, they are going to see profitability here pretty soon. Although it may not be right away, the business is recovering, right? So with AMC as an overall business strategy, its overall business strategy is very brick and mortar. Obviously took a big hit because of COVID. Vaccines are getting rolled out, so there's a lot more people that are going outside. The streets are busier. Businesses is picking back up. We take that, and we see that, okay, yes, AMC earnings, yes, they're still operating at a loss, but I don't think it's going to be that long. You take a look at a lot of big companies out there, Carnival, airlines, they're all operating at losses, and these are big time companies that people are super bullish on. They're in the S&P 500, yada, yada. So it's just the fact that AMC was one of those businesses that got smacked by COVID. But like I said, if AMC can beat Wall Street's analyst, basically what Wall Street has expected for them on their overall earnings, I could see a big push upward for AMC stock. And like I said, today was a pretty general red day, but as the week goes on leading up to earnings, I could see some percentage increases as far as AMC goes on the overall stock. Now, as far as buying the dip, obviously not financial advice, but for me, I'm taking the risk. I bought a little bit more shares on the dip today, $9.66, because I could see a potential upside, big, massive upside if AMC actually just crushes their earnings. Like I said, they're still probably going to operate at a loss, which is okay. But if they beat Wall Street's expectations, earnings can be very, very volatile, and they generally make pretty big moves. A stock like AMC that's heavily shorted, we know this from news. We know that people are adding to their short positions with AMC stock. We know that in the month of March and April both, there's a lot more short positions that are adding. But for me, I don't think it's a lot more for these hedge funds to be able to keep the markets down for long. For me personally, I think at this point they're running out of money. There's no way, because right now, the reason why the market is doing so bad is because a lot of people are shorting the market. A lot of hedge funds are shorting the market because they don't see any short-term recovery. But leading into the summertime, I know for a fact that there's going to be a lot more upward movement for stocks. I think right now is a very good time to buy dip on stocks that you want. But going back to AMC, I'm expecting a big move this week. If AMC can crush their earnings, I'm expecting a big move upward. Could be what it needs to actually cause a squeeze in AMC stock. This could be what we've been waiting for. A lot of people diamond handing saying, when it comes to squeezes and stuff like that, you need big catalyst moves, and earnings is a pretty good catalyst move, because if AMC crushes their earnings, you could easily see a 20 to 30% increase upward. It's been done before, and like I said, we know that AMC has very volatile days, and we see that the stock is very, very explosive, so it's not uncommon for people to see AMC stock shoot up 30 to 40%, in a single day. It's happened before. It's happened again. We take a look here. We see here on January 22nd, and then just the next day, boom, at $19.90. From the next day, it was basically in one day, it was able to climb up 300%. That just goes to show that this stock does have a lot of explosiveness. It goes to show that, okay, with this big catalyst move, AMC could go through a short squeeze. This could be the moment that everybody's waiting for. Like I said, for me, I took the risk. I bought a little bit more shares on the dip. But for me, I'm bullish on AMC's outlook in general. It has nothing to do with the short squeeze. I know there's a lot of people out there holding for the short squeeze, but I've always been bullish on AMC. I bought AMC way back in the day when it was $2 a share because I bought a lot of travel and I bought a lot of travel entertainment stocks like AMC, Dave & Buster's, because I knew that, yes, in the current moment, their business is not going to do well, but I don't see them kind of going anywhere. We saw AMC escape bankruptcy, so I wasn't really worried that the company was going to go bankrupt. A lot of analysts think that AMC is going to go bankrupt. I personally don't think so. I think AMC is a pretty decent company. It's a very profitable company. I mean, the company was making money before COVID kind of wrecked the place around, but I am expecting them to actually beat their earnings. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal expectation, but I do feel like they are going to beat Wall Street's expectations. There's been a lot of pretty good box office movies that have come out. We know that movie theaters are open back up. We know with pent-up demand, there's a lot of people flocking back to the movie theaters. So I'm expecting a beat. I'm expecting a beat on AMC's earnings. I do think that they're going to beat their earnings, or at least Wall Street expectations of their earnings. And this is definitely going to push the stock upwards. So I'm very excited to see how that ends up playing out as far as the overall stock goes. But when it comes to the overall squeeze, like I said, a lot of it just has to do with patience. People have to be patient when it comes to the overall short squeeze. Like I said, I think it's a good idea to buy the dip. Like I said, it's a little risky. Going into earnings, it's always a little bit risky. We saw Twitter plunge $10. We saw Amazon go up to $100. So it's very volatile, and they're going to make big moves, depending on how they do on their earnings. But like I said, with pent-up demand, movie theaters going back to normal, things kind of going back to normal, people wanting to go back outside, I do think that AMC is going to make a big move upward, and I do expect AMC to do very good on their earnings. Like I said, it's not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion, but this could be the huge catalyst that we need for AMC to make a big move. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC is going to smash their earnings? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.